Hello, beautiful people. Happy March. Happy Women's History Month. The first few months of my glow up journey, they've been cute. They've been really cute. One of my best friends messaged me yesterday morning to let me know that it's Women's History Month, and something that she said was that we as Black women are literally in the process of curating women's history. So I am here for being a part of her story and making strides that'll be a lasting impact and really be something exciting that generations to come will talk about. If you cannot tell by my fuzzy vacation braids, I just got back from holiday. I say holiday now, I think it sounds sophisticated. And this man sitting next to me on the plane was hacking up a lung the entire time, like almost the entire flight, literally coughing up a lung. And I did have my mask on. I still wear masks when I travel just because airplane air is literally disgusting. We should have always been wearing masks on planes. For those of you who have always, kudos to you. It's a new thing for myself and I'm sure most of the world since COVID. We're sitting there for sometimes hours with this recycled air in this compressed box, but that's neither here nor there. I say that to say I got home and came down with this dry cough, and now I sound like a phone sex operator and I have to talk, I feel like in slow motion because it just takes longer for the words to formulate without me just completely straining and stressing my voice. And it's crazy because I literally do not get sick. Like in over a decade, I cannot remember a time that I've been sick. I'm a strong believer in the power of words, so I am not one to speak illness or ailments or disease over myself. So despite how I sound, I am healing. I wasn't really sure what to do, and let me tell you about the goodness of my God and the provision that He provides. I think that sentence was wonky. He is a provider is what I am here to say. I was Googling what to do for a dry cough, and it was moisturize the air, take a steamy shower, use a humidifier, try this, try that, try those, try these. And lo and behold, I had a humidifier in my house. I pulled it out and plugged that joker in. I've been drinking this concoction of oregano and ginger, turmeric, cloves, garlic, honey, lime juice, lemon juice, apple cider vinegar. All types of crazy herbs and concoctions and hot tea and soup. So I just am very grateful that everything that I needed, I already had. And that's kind of a constant. Everything I need, I already have. God makes that very, very clear. And I'm just grateful that I wasn't further inconvenienced by having to order something or go outside and get some stuff so I could feel better. So I truly am in awe of the God that we serve. So I'm really excited about March because your girl loves a pivot, okay? I'm always here for a new month, new week, new day, birthday, any reason to start fresh and really continue from experience, right? Because we have some of the stepping stones that we need, some of the lessons learned and things that we've gained and gathered along the way. So it really is never brand new, but a continuation. I love a restart, redirect, revamp, realign, rejuvenation. Give it all to me. Give it all to me, because as long as there's breath in our bodies, it's never too late to pivot. And I love a pivot. So I was really excited about the new month because I was I've been wanting to do this blogging thing for a while. This is the perfect opportunity to tap into that. And when I had started recording yesterday, there were so many distractions, and I was okay, let me just take a step away and reconvene and figure out what's what. And I started to feel really discouraged, and I'm damn, I really want to do this thing, and it feels like I just haven't been able to find the time or make the time. And then I finally made the time, and then there were just so many things keeping me from doing what I set out to do. So I was like, let me just go to sleep. Let me go to bed and try this again tomorrow. Lo and behold, I wake up this morning and I felt horrible. I felt like absolute, just not good, right? I've had better days, and I allowed myself to rest. I drank more of my herbal concoction, really just rested for the entire morning. I didn't get out of my bed until maybe 3 p.m. I woke up with this burst of inspiration, and I'm like, I'm not gonna let yesterday's woes affect my today. This is a new day. This is a new opportunity for me to be great, and that's what I've decided to do, is be great. So here we are. That's why I'm really excited about March and it being a new month, and just really being intentional, being very intentional about doing more things that bring me joy, and vlogging and content creation and being a creative. Those kind of things really do bring me joy. So I am being intentional about what I do with my days, how I spend my days, and a part of that is carving out moments to be artistic and creative in my days, and a part of that is vlogging. I've been letting certain things, like not having a niche or knowing who my target audience is, and all of these things that go into like these algorithms and this, that, and the other, that don't necessarily feed the creativity part of it. And I've decided, just start, throw some stuff against the wall, see what's going to stick, just start. And this is a fun starting point for me because I'm very much on a glow up journey, if you will, and I'm excited to document that. Really excited about honoring the commitments that I make to myself, and some of those commitments are tapping into my artistic side. I don't want my entire life to revolve around business and work. You know, we can't pour from an empty cup. So I am working on pouring into me a lot more these days. The first few months of the year, the first few months of my glow up journey, they've been cute. They've been really cute. I started a habit tracker and have been working to build routines and discipline. I truly thrive on structure, so my goal has been to create structure for myself. I feel like outside of maybe the last 3 years or so, for the past 3 decades, I had kind of just been winging it, right? And not too shabby, not doing too bad, but there was like a pivotal moment at some point where I was like, okay, what am I doing? What is my purpose? What's what? Tell me something, God. I need to know. And he's been very good about guiding my steps and leading me to what I'm supposed to be doing and where I'm supposed to be and who I'm supposed to be. And I just kind of want to co-create with the creator. Like, hey, maybe I can have some input too. Maybe I can really define what I'm passionate about and what my goals are and things of that nature. So it's been fun exploring different aspects of myself and seeing what I like, what I don't like, what I could learn to love. So I'm in a space now where I am more intentional about my time and my habits and my hobbies and my interests. So I've really been exploring that, and it's been good. It's been great. I think this is such an ideal time for me because I'm kind of treating March 1st as my 2024 New Year Part 2, which makes sense to me, right? It makes sense to my spirit. Wintertime is a time for hibernating and resting and recharging, and then spring comes around and breathes life into what we were laying the foundation and the groundwork for. Spring blooms and blossoms, and it feels like the kickstart to new beginnings, and old layers are shedding and new things are happening, exciting things are happening, and we get to build on the experience and be an improvement on the design. So it just feels like a really idealistic time to glow up, right? Level up, elevate, all that. I think a good analogy is the winter time it's kind of like a slingshot, and the winter time is like propelling us I don't want to say backwards, but sometimes you gotta go back to shoot forward. But wintertime is kind of like propelling us, and then spring comes around and catapults us forward and upward. One thing my pastor says that has stuck with me since I've heard it is knowing to and learning how to extract the asset in adversity. I love this so much because there are always going to be challenges and obstacles and tribulations, but it's like, instead of trying to avoid that or having a victim mentality or just kind of soaking in the less than savory moments for too long, what can we learn from it? How can we grow from it? What information or knowledge or wisdom that was gained in those moments that didn't feel so good can we take into things that feel better? And how can we effectively apply that to our lives and allow it to actually be an asset, right? It's extracting the assets in adversity, because the adversity is going to come. We don't necessarily have to embrace it, but I think we do need to recognize that adversity is going to happen. What do we do with that? How can we be better because of it? Another thing that really excites me that I've gained from like these last few months is being more consistent and really honoring the commitments that I make to myself. That feels like it's going to be thematic for me within the next few months, because I'm really good about setting goals or accomplishing goals and tasks that I have for like my job, but not necessarily doing the same for myself. And it's like, I'm just as important, if not more important, right? We can't do anything for others if we aren't doing things for ourselves that feel us, important to us, and rejuvenate us. So I really am like, okay, what you need, baby? How can I help you to me? Me to me, right? So that's been fun, just having like self-care days and doing things that make me happy. I'm such like a private person. I don't like anybody knowing anything about me, and my friends are always like, what do you have going on? And I'm like, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. One of my best friends was like telling me one day I'm so mysterious, which wasn't intentional, but I love it here. I love it because I have always been very private. If Queen Bee has taught me nothing else, is to keep people up out of your business. I truly have always been this way. I just really value my privacy. So I think that a fun part of this blogging journey is that I get to pick and choose what I share and how it's being received or perceived. The last few months have also been pivotal for me because I have been heavy in deepening my relationship with God. That really is my number one priority right now. I feel like as I continue to build a relationship with God, then the quality of my life off the bat will just elevate. I've seen it happen in small ways where I haven't necessarily pinpointed anything specific that's happened, like that has been an occurrence or a domino effect of God's presence in my life. And this is not new, right? He's always been in my life, but me acknowledging his presence in my life. However, I've realized that I smile a little harder, the sun shines a little brighter, difficult things don't seem as arduous. Like, he has shifted my mindset, shifted my heart posture, shifted my view on life, where obviously there are still things that trigger me, but for the most part I've been able to just be and to know that, you know, God is good and everything around me is good because of God, and anything that I put God in is going to be made greater. So I really have been prioritizing praying more and reading my scripture, going to church, reading devotionals. I've been limiting, I want to say very close to almost not listening to secular music. So like gospel in the mornings has been good for me. I've been tapping into different like Christian R&B and Christian rap, which I never thought I would be fond of. But, you know, I enjoy certain genres of music. I just don't want like the toxic lyrics that come with it, but the beats and the sounds and all that I still appreciate. So that's been a new thing for me, like listening to more faith-based podcasts and centering some of my social media around Christianity. I am not a Christian. I have never really subscribed to religion. I don't want to be one of these people, but I'm one of these people. I'm more spiritual. So I've always loved God and acknowledged God and known that there is a God. I don't know that I've ever went through a period where I didn't think God existed. I think something in me was like, there has to be a higher power. There has to be a larger purpose. It can't just be this. And that's what initially led my faith. But as of late, I've been like, I want to know you. I want to know your word. I want to hear you. I want to talk to you. I want to understand you. Yeah. So that's found that with it. Really growing closer to God and allowing God to work in and through my life and improving my spiritual life, which is the basis, the foundation of this entire glow up journey. Like putting God all up and through it and then letting all the pieces kind of fall into place. I've been reading again. I'm reading a book right now called Deep Work. I'm tapping into like online articles when I see them. I used to just like skim them and look for the bold, but now I'm like, let's read. Let's improve our vernacular. Let's enhance our vocabulary. Let's put our brain to use. So reading more has been a new fun thing that I'm doing. Your girl is really trying to be that girl on every level, in every category and topic. So having an expansive, intellectual, cognizant, functioning mind is also something that I am prioritizing. I had to leave and come back and take a break. First of all, my camera died. Secondly, I have a throbbing headache. I am not enjoying this feeling. I've had better days. I don't want to deal with this a single another day. I'm like straining to speak. And I'm tired. Something that has been driving me as of late is wanting to show up as an asset to any space that I'm in, any space that I'm a part of, making sure that whether it be an organization, a company, a relationship, a business, that I am truly adding value and making a difference, making an impactful difference that matters. And I believe that that starts with showing up for myself. There is value that comes with my expertise, my perspective, my thought processes. So definitely understanding the value that I bring and knowing that I'm worthy and allowing for that worth to permeate in spaces, for me to show up for myself and commit to the promises I make to myself so that I can commit to the promises that I make for others. And that's kind of been a driving force and a focal point and something that I'm really adamant about definitely contributing and making sure that I am contributing something meaningful to any space that I am included in. I believe in different things. I definitely have a understanding and appreciation for various aspects of perspectives and understandings and the knowledge that others are able to contribute to how we perceive things. Numerology is something that I'm relatively fond of, and the year 2024 in numerology, 2 + 2 + 4 is an 8-year. Essentially, an 8-year represents fulfillment and prosperity and abundance and success, just various positive and optimistic outcomes that are to be contrived in this year that we are experiencing, right? Additionally, in the Chinese New Year, we're in the year of the dragon. And the year of the dragon is meant to be like some really powerful, positive symbolism as well. It just feels like an air of positivity and optimism, and it feels successful. Like I'm smelling success in the air. It smells delightful. It feels like achievement will be effortless, just really pure and positive and powerful, right? And I think that's true for a lot of people. Like, I think we're all gonna kind of reflect on 2024 come December, and it's gonna be like, a realization of a lot of like pivotal, monumental things to reflect and look back on, even if it's this year kind of being the catalyst for what is to come. I don't know. I can't necessarily, or I can. It came out of our vocabulary. I'm not able to pinpoint or explain exactly is what I feel. It's more a feeling than like a knowing, right? But it's also kind of a knowing, like an intuitive knowing that greatness is on the horizon. So take my word for it or don't. But 2024, I definitely believe has some beautiful things awaiting us. With all of that said, I have a plethora of content that I've been sitting on from last year, even when I initially was like, I'm gonna take this seriously and embark on vlogging, recommitting to that goal. So I do know that I'll be editing some content that I've previously recorded and putting that out, as well as making time to do more of the content creation and tapping into my creative side and remaining consistent with this entire vlogging journey and glow up journey and just documenting all the goodness that I am excited to share. Thank you for tuning in. Stay beautiful, stay blessed, and stay tuned for 2024 in all its glory. Y'all be good, be safe, be well, and I hope to see you soon. Peace.